Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. Before I get into the message, and it is an important message tonight, that's why I've worn my favorite shirt. So I have tomorrow or the next day, I'm not quite sure yet, a big announcement coming, and this announcement is for something that is very important for myself, my family, and the future of the work that I do here on YouTube. So just wanted to let you know to look out for that. And this is something that I've poured all of my heart into, and the final result I think is worth all of the blood, sweat, and tears that went into it. So look out for that. Into the message now, and you guys may have noticed the last few days that your emotional bodies don't know what to do with themselves. And you keep going through periods of being very high, then you'll go through periods of being low, and it seems like everything that you observe in reality triggers you in one way or another. And I want to tell you why. So pretty much, remember back in the beginning of the year, it was stated that 2023 would be the year of wild cards. Well, we have one of those wild cards approaching very quickly. And this wild card is an event that will take place that will act as a mass clearing of some of the denser energies that humanity and Gaia have been holding on to for quite some time. And even to the point, so important that we've spent probably the last 7 years really stirring things up and getting things to the surface that need to get out of the way. So there's, been a lot of preparation taking place for what's about to happen in the next few weeks. And there are going to be an abundance of emotions coming to the surface collectively and individually. So understand that what we're about to witness is the raising of the vibrational standard that the entire collective is functioning on. So we are releasing things that have been building up that we can't take with us into the fifth dimension, which is already in place, by the way. And what we're doing is just kind of, tending our garden to make sure that we are capable of entering that space in the way that we're meant to. But when you think of it this way, humanity functions in a certain vibration. When there's a clearing of density that takes place on a mass scale, the vibration changes. And what that does to old souls and lightworkers, we're tasked with anchoring in and transmuting the energies. Every single one of us will be sharing that load. But it can be confusing to the emotional body, which sometimes when we're experiencing events like this can be triggered into a survival kind of mode, or will go down roads where we trip on our own feet and succumb to the lower frequencies that are bombarding us from every angle. So I want to let you know that this is your chance to understand what's going on and to make sure that you hold space as we work our way through this. Another thing that the emotional body does, and some of you are empaths and soul mirrors, there will be charged energies in the collective, and your emotional body will automatically want to mirror those. So this is something that you're doing all the time, but it's, like I said, going to be heightened in the next few weeks. And why is this event taking place now? Well, it's taking place now because there are enough light workers who are awake and who have an understanding of, the way energy works and the way evolving into the fifth dimension works, that we can now start chipping away some bigger chunks of this old consciousness that is sticking around for, for everything it's worth. And if anything, these events and the way that we're experiencing it now should let you know and should firmly embed in you how important your emotional health and integrity is, how important your emotional body is as a tool of knowing yourself and as a tool of spiritual communication. I want to let you know that as an Akashic Records practitioner, I use my emotional body in a variety of different ways, even more so than I use my third eye. It is that important. So if we are over encumbered by the emotions of the third dimension, we cut ourselves off from experiencing the higher expressions of the emotions. Your emotions are heightened during this period, like we said, because that baseline is rising, but the emotional body is developing and it's becoming more sensitive to internal or external things. And it is doing this now to not just accomplish a task, but to give you a deeper, more meaningful understanding of your emotional body and the tool of spiritual communication that it is. So there's a big event coming, and I know big event is kind of leaving it open-ended, and it seems like there are big things coming out every day in support of the work and our efforts. But in the next few years, there are going to be a lot of people who are waking up, and you and I can rest easy knowing that we have planted just an infinite number of rabbit holes for those who are waking up to go through. And as things unfold going forward, know that the best lens to view what happens through is not the left versus right lens. Understand that is a situation right now that is very rooted in duality. Yes, there are some on the right that are starting to figure things out, and there are some on the left who continue to, hide away from the light. And the same goes for both parties. They're interchangeable in that way. But if you experience what's going to take place through a dualistic lens, it's going to be less than the experience that you came here anticipating. So keep that in mind. Approach the coming days with a cool, calm, and collected manner. The space holders and the grounders and the Gaia Lightworkers are going to be extra busy. The soul mirrors are going to be extra busy, and I want you guys to know that I am on my end doing the work that I can to support every single one of you. Anyway, exciting times ahead. A couple things before I let you go. I have, like I mentioned last video, there's been a significant upgrade to the programs I use to make the AI images for the Super Sessions. So in response to that, I've created a discount for the Super Sessions, and I have uploaded a bunch of new images to my website that shows you the improvements. So thank you very much, you guys. I will see you next time. Goodbye.